Hi, my name's Shelley. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber or regular viewer. Today's video is just a bit of a chin wag to go on about a planner. You may hear Max in the background, she's saying hello. But first of all, I don't even know where to start. Right. If you're already a regular viewer or subscriber, you would know this. But I have had a love-hate relationship with my rings. I was using it last year, stopped using it because we end up having to stay at a holiday park because of asbestos in the flat. So I didn't need to use it, so I stopped using it. Now, I do love my rings. Don't get me wrong, I love rings because of the fact that I can take bits out, I can move stuff around. But my go-to planner is my strategy. Love it. But it's not fulfilling some of the needs I need. So I am going back to my rings. I've had this cover for like nearly 10 years. It's pre-loved, so when I was gifted it, the girl took the rings out and she was using it to put her strategy. Well, it wasn't her strategy at first, it was the Liefde. She used to put that in there and then carry this over the top of it, and then she started using like a book, like a strategy. And she did this before all the hype with the the Filofax Orca rings got made into strategies covers. So yeah, so she did like butcher it, but I was like, I'm okay with it because it's a Van spec, and I thought it wouldn't bother me, but over the years it is bothering me. I'm getting more fussy about my covers and my planners and everything like that, but I still use it because I love the softness of it. It has got a lot of wear and tear in it, so yeah, I do love it. It's a bit grubby at the moment, but I am wanting to save up for either a Gilio or another one of these ones, because I would like it where it's a little bit less deformed and super glued down, because she's super glued a bit hard, but only done it on the bit where she cut it, if you can see there. But I managed to get new rings in it, and I can change them because it's the ones that you get from like AliExpress or Amazon, so I can change the size of them. But what I'm trying to get to is the last time I was in here was August, coming into September. I was using it on and off throughout the time from March to August when we moved back here, and then I took out the months and was going to start using it again from September last year, but as you can see, I didn't. So I am going to come back into my rings. I'm going to resort it out, and that is what I'm getting at. The only thing is, I really cannot be dealing with the printing and then cutting out and hole punching. I get too stressed with it, or I end up doing the measurements wrong, as you can see there. Like, it just, yeah, I'm too busy to be doing things like that, and I get enough stress with my daily life without having to cut and print. So I was talking to my friend, and I've been talking to my friend for about a month and a half about going back into my rings as well as my strategy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not getting rid of my strategy because that sits on my desk or comes in the kitchen with me, and everybody in the family knows where to look when they need to know something for what's going on in the day, as where this will be too complicated for my husband and my daughter to try and work out. So this is more for me. So don't worry, strategy is not going anywhere. So yeah, I was talking to my friend, and I was saying that there's a couple of shops that I know on Etsy that you can order inserts and they print them and send them out to you, and also cloth and paper. And cloth and paper is the main one that I know, but I think they're a little bit pricey. It's one of them sites that I know if I go on there that I'm going to fall in love with stuff, and if it's too expensive or the shipping's too expensive, I'm going to have a broken heart, so to speak, and I'm going to be upset because I'm going to really want this stuff and I'm not going to be able to afford it. So I'm trying to avoid going on there. Although we've seen Becky's video and her rings, it has made me think a bit more about going for going for cloth and paper inserts, which is quite ironic because I've been thinking about this for, I'd say, about 2 months, because I always seem to go into my rings when it goes into summer, and I've been in them before, so it's not something like shocking news or anything like that, but I'm sat there thinking about it, and I've mentioned it in videos. It's been in my planners where I've been writing out what I would want in them, and then Becky is doing rings as well. So I don't want anyone thinking that I'm only doing it because Becky's doing it. I have been thinking about it for a while. So, but she has inspired me to definitely go ahead and do it. Moving back into him and have a look at cloth and paper inserts. But with that being said, like I was saying, speaking to my friend, and bless her, she went and placed an order with Amazon. Just a little something, she said, just to get me back into my rings, without having to pay too much, without the stress of it, and then I can work out what I want, what I don't want in my rings, because I do use it as my family planner. It's my inbox, my goals, calendar, and then like down here I've got my finances, my work, my family stuff, like our illnesses and stuff like that. So it is a personal one as well as a family one. So I have mentioned in previous videos about my planners that this is my family home planner, so it is in there. So she said that she's ordered me something, and that way it'll give me time to either decide I want to do coffee. I keep saying my own name, you know, cloth and paper inserts, or if I want to go with somebody else. And mind you, I didn't know nothing about it until today, and she has sent me the info, so I can tell you the info, right? And she's so lovely. She bought me this pack, and it's the 2025 monthly and weekly and budget pack. On Amazon you can buy this whole lot for £8.99, or it does monthly and weekly on its own for £7.99, or it does monthly and budget, I think, for £7.99, and then like another set for £7.99. So she was like, well, what's the point of just paying for two things when you can get all of this for £1 more? If anyone does want the link to this, just mail me in the comments, and I will try and do this off camera. I will send you the link. But I completely agree with her. It does make more sense. Hold on, baby. Let me get a second. Bless him, he wanted to give me a kiss. Yeah, so it makes more sense to go for this bundle. Even if you don't need it all, you get your money's worth. So, you got the inserts, you got the dividers. I don't need the dividers, but I can use them because I've got my plastic ones, but I can find a use for these. Comes with a zipped wallet, which I do have one, I think, in there, but that's fine. You can never have too many. You have a today ruler. Let me bring it down a bit more. Today ruler and another today ruler, so you get two of them, which is a bonus, because I can have one on my weekly and then one on my dailies. And then you get two lots of these page flags. So these will come in handy as well, because then I can highlight stuff. So that is like amazing, just like that, because if you know, it costs, these aren't cheap, and these aren't cheap, especially these. I paid £5 for my one, and it was on its own. So that is amazing. So we'll have a look at these inserts. She did say, oh, they are pre-decorated, and she wasn't too sure if I'd be bothered by that, because I do like to decorate. And I was like, no, that's fine, because I can still decorate. But they are beautiful. They are beautiful. The monthly, it means I don't have to decorate, which is handy. Oh, it's a Sunday start, but that's fine. I can redate these because it's undated on this bit, so I can redate that. That doesn't bother me. It's got a little section for notes. If I write small enough, which I've had to learn to in my rings, I can put things in there. So that is the monthlies, and then on the back you got like to-dos, I assume. Your monthly to-dos, or like you could put events on there, like birthdays or special things that are going on. I could do that, so that's good. I like that. Max is saying hello. Let's get to, there's quite a few. There's quite a few there, so there's more than 12 there, so that's handy. And this is the weekly plan. It's undated, which is brilliant. You've got the month and the year, the week number, and then it starts on a Monday, which is perfect. Good enough amount of space to write in, and then obviously if you've got your to-dos, then you can check them off. I can still decorate this bit with stickers, so that's fine. I'm loving the colour. So it will do until I want to get some different inserts, and that's double-sided. So I'm loving this, and considering I didn't know anything about this, it was just a conversation we had, and then she's just gone, you got delivery coming to you. And I was like, oh, what have you ordered now? And she's like, oh, it's for you to get into your rings. And I was like, okay, thank you, darling. And then you got the budget insert, and it's got income, source, planned, actual, and then income total, savings, planned, actual, your month up there. And then form 1, you got your date, your bills and expenses, budget and actual, bill total and left over. And the back, you got form 2, planned, budget, actual, envelope total, left over. Form 3, sinking funds, budget, actual, sinking total, left over. Form 4, extra debt, budget, actual, extra debt, total, left over. And then total income, form 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I don't have a sinking fund. I'll just write in the bills that I have on there, and then on here I may do like what I've spent planner wise and stuff like that. And then here, like I said, I don't have an actual sinking fund, but like school uniform I could write on there and how much I think it would be and how much I pay out, because Lexi starts secondary school in September, so I'm going to have to budget for that. But that is I'm loving the print, actually, really liking the print, and the fact that I can use stickers if I want to, or just make it minimal. But I more than likely will go for inserts, mainly for the weekly side of things, and dailies and stuff like that. So I thought I would just show you that. So that's the little order that she'd done for me. That was £8.99, or you can just do it like them two for £7.99 or £6.99, something like that. I will link it in the comments, because my description on my thing is not working. But if I can get onto my laptop, because when Aaron comes in a minute, he's going to want to go on my laptop. They're out playing at the moment, so I thought I'd quickly steal 5 minutes to film this. So yeah, please do look out for an update on this planner and what I decide I'm going to do and how I'm going to use it. But I am going to be sorting it out over the next day or two. I do have a rough idea of what I want to go in it. I'm just trying to avoid having to print out my own stuff and cut in it and stuff like that, because yeah, it just stresses me out too much. So there'll be more of an update maybe in May with what I actually want in it, because I get paid at the end of this month, and that way I can buy some bits, unless somebody is feeling generous and wants to gift me some personal size inserts and stuff. You know, you can only wish and be hopeful, eh? But with that being said, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I appreciate you all, and I hope you're having a good week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.